Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. It is Friday, which means it's time for Chibi Friday and inking our little Chibi Pinhead, who, due to Pinhead, the words potential as an insult, I have dubbed him Pinny McPinhead so that my title will be allowed on Twitch. So this is a Chibi Pinny McPinhead. It's a birthday present for my youngest sister. So I actually did a little bit of editing just like right here with the nails going in. I wanted to make this one match more with the couple below it. But that's all I've done off screen since last time. So let's just get started with inking. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the size 8. I'm using my favorite Sakura Pigma Micron pens. So these are microns, these are graphic. Anyway, it's the Pigma line of pens, and I'm going to start with the size 8, which is the biggest of the microns, to do an outline of the whole thing. So, and I remember there was like some ropey kind of texture on his arm, so I'm gonna remember that by making a little bit of a wobbly line. And this is just an outline, sort of like the outside of a sticker. I'm not bringing it anywhere inside on the Chibi, at least not yet. And I'm thinking about whether I want to do it on the outside of all the nails as well, because they are pretty small in the reference images I'm looking at. They're quite thin nails. So, oh, my back just did a twitch. A painful twitch. Not a cool kind of twitch like the platform we're on right now, but my back suddenly went, and I was like, ow. Yeah, you know I was like, ow, because I just did it. Anyway, I think I won't do this size 8 on the pins, so I'll just ink outside of them for now, just on the face, but not on the pins. I mean, they call him Pinhead, but he's I think it's because they call him Pinhead. I think it came because he looks like a pin cushion, but these are clearly nails, not pins, so that's interesting. I guess nail head doesn't sound as, I don't know, endearing or interesting. Nail head. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Pinhead is like, boom, pinhead. It's a nice combination of sounds. Nail head. Nail kind of ends on its own, so to say another thing right after it is kind of wonky. Thinking about the etymology of Pinhead as a character name. Nah, it's gotta be just because it looked like a pin cushion. Okay, almost done. There's little spaces in between. Oh yeah, I do think, even without having inked the pins, the nails yet, I think that that's the way to go. So now I'm going to move on to a smaller one to do those. Oh, I think I'll go to all the way down to 3 to do the outside of these nails. So that's 2 steps down. It goes 08, 05, and then 03. It's still the outside part. I'm actually going to move this like this so that I can get this clip farther away from my hand. There, that's better. So there's room for my hand to go. Okay. hello, Exy. How are you? Exy is here in the chat. Yay! Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing great. I wanted to ask if you did. You said you were gonna do some streams. Was it only gonna be on the weekend? Have you done one yet? I'll blast you with a question right away. I was just wondering if you did one, if it went well and stuff. I've just been thinking about that. Oh, excellent. Exy says, I'm alright, thank you. How are you? I am good. It is Friday, which means it's movie night, and we're going to watch the second Jurassic World movie, which I actually cannot remember if I've seen it or not. I think I have seen it, but I literally can't remember anything about it, so we're going to find out in a couple hours whether I actually did see the second one or not. I feel like I did, but maybe my feeling of seeing it was only that I saw the trailer or something. I don't remember anything about it at all. Oh, okay. Exy says, no, I didn't do it yet. Okay, well, I hope that it goes well this weekend for you. Looking forward to hearing how your stream goes. Streaming. Thank you. Exy says, I hope you enjoy it. I haven't seen the second one. Well, I will find out how it is. I mean, I think the second and third Jurassic Park movies are on equal footing as being, like, not that great. But I still enjoyed those, like, because there's still dinosaurs in them and they're awesome. So as long as there's awesome dinosaurs, I think I'll like it. Even if it's not as good. Because I really like the first Jurassic World. I feel like it was finally a worthy successor to the original Jurassic Park. Not that it beats the original Jurassic Park, but it was like, yeah, this is the kind of thing I wanted. There. Yeah, I think that was the right choice. To do 2 sizes smaller for the nails, for that outside, that thick outside outline. I did the size 8 for the rest of the chibi, but do the nails a little smaller. I think that looks nice. Okay, so there are so many places I could go next. I think I will go to the size 2, so another step down in size, and ink these details on the body. So they're mostly just outfit details. At first there's these weird little ropes or something that are falling down and I cannot tell what they are. They're like extra straps or something. I'm gonna get a drink of water. Today I'm just having my usual mineral water. I'm saving my canned drink time for movie time. I'll probably just have a Diet Coke. I love the caffeine-free Diet Coke for movie night. Or caffeine-free Diet Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. Actually, Diet Dr. Pepper is my favorite soda. But I like the caffeine-free because I'm really weak to caffeine. If I have caffeine after about lunchtime, then I can't sleep. And I learned that. I think that's the reason why last night I could not sleep well at all. And I think it's because I had some gum that was coffee gum. I think that the caffeine in the coffee gum kept me awake last night. So I'm like super weak to caffeine. So I have the caffeine free. I can still have the delicious cola flavor, but not wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and not be able to fall back asleep, because that really sucks. At least After like an hour and a half, I finally fell back asleep last night, so I got like some sleep. Okay, so there's all these lines I want to make sure. Oh, yep, there's one little one I missed right here. There's so many lines, and some of them I don't want to ink because they're behind something else, so that when I erase it, things will look in front of each other the way it's supposed to be. But then there's other ones that I want to make sure not to forget. But I think I've got them all now. At least good enough for, and then I'll erase and fill anything in that I missed. Okay, so let's get these wrinkles on his, like, skirt, I guess. And, okay, I gotta look at this. Okay, whatever this weird, like, fruit roll-up thing is on his chest, it looks like it's in front, so I'm gonna ink it as if it's in front. And then I really can't tell if these are like holes and looking at his skin underneath on the chest, or if they're things that are the same like powdered color as the rest of his skin. But I'll just ink them in as shapes, and hopefully it won't matter. And his arms got these cool little texture, like ropes going down his arms or something. And I mostly made up this texture because I really cannot tell from the reference images exactly how it's supposed to be. So just adding texture and hoping that that's good enough. Oh, Wolf is here too. Hello! Thank you for joining me. How are you? Looks like skin. Oh, okay. Then I'll color it the same color. These little white, these are the part. These little white things, right? Under these, I've been calling them fruit roll-ups. They look like fruit roll-ups coming out of his chest. So that you're saying that these little white, like ovals, looks like skin. I mean, either way, it looks like the same color, even if it's not supposed to be skin, it looks the same color. So I'll just color it the same color either way. Okay, body is done. So I'm gonna go back up. Let's see, I'll do size 5 micron pen for the rest of the jaw first. Oh, how about this thing in the middle? This also, I'm like, is this skin? This does look like it has a shadow on it, like these tubes are casting a shadow on whatever this is. Like a slit right in the middle of his waistcoat or whatever you'd call it. Okay. And being mindful there is one nail sticking down, so I don't want to ink through that. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to bring this chest line all the way up to the jawline now. Okay, good. So I'm looking at his eyes. I'm not really seeing, it seems like it's like all white makeup on the face, especially in the movie poster. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just assume they all are, because they're all the same color. Wolf says, I looked last time. That middle part is skin for sure. Make it all skin then. Why not? Why wouldn't he have some extra... He has some extra little cutouts. He has an interesting fashion sense. So what I'm thinking about is how thick a pen I want to use to outline his eyes, and it doesn't look like he has something like eyeliner or something on him. But maybe because of how thick the makeup is, you know, to get this effect on the character. There is really heavy shadow, especially along the bottom. So I think I will go ahead and use my biggest micron pen, which is the 08, to do the outline of the eyes. Okay, sweet. And the irises and pupils. Oh, my laundry's done again. It's technically my laundry, but it's actually a load of the towels for... I use towels to line my pigeon's cage, so... Especially because my one pigeon only has 1 foot, so I use the towels so that it's nice and soft for his little stump on the other foot. The foot... He was rescued with fishing line around his foot so bad that the foot part had already just died, so they just amputated it. So now it has a little pirate stump. But yep, that's why I am always doing laundry, because I am washing the pigeon towels usually. Okay, I used the size 3 for this outline part of the nails, so I'm going to go down to a size 2 to do the nails that are on the inside. And I want to do the nails first, and then that way I can make these lines look like they're thicker, like cuts, and then the nail is inside. So right now these lines going across his head are more like guidelines, and I'm going to make them more detailed once I get these nails in there. And I gotta remember the ones, because I just did one big outline, so some of these need extra ink where they come into the inside of his face. And right here, this nail is actually behind the head, so I'm going to ink this line for the showing the top of the head. Same thing with this one, and I think a few others as I go around here. So I actually do want to cut the nail off with a line for the head because it's actually sticking out from behind. This is another one that's behind. Just barely. It's just barely behind. And this one. And this one. This one. I think this one would be 2. Right on the cheek. Yep. Okay. Okay, this side of the head now. Okay, now doing the same thing on this side of the head. Ink where the nails are actually sticky. It's so hard to tell for these two because this one is right at this line, so maybe this one will definitely be behind. I think this one would be behind too. Behind the top edge of the cranium, the top of the head. Okay. I'm making sure that I did not forget any. I think I've got them all. So now, let's draw the skin being like cut, but the nails are in at the parts where it crosses. And it's nice, when I was reading about this character, this is supposed to be all self-inflicted, so even if I'm not drawing it like a perfectly straight line or something, I feel like that just matches the character, because I think it would be really hard to cut your own head like this really straight. Regardless of whether it hurt or not, it's just hard to, like, how do you see the back of your head to make the, like, straight line or whatever, so... So I'm like, even if the line is wobbly, that's just part of how it would be. There's one right here that I'm not done yet. And I'll probably work even more on some little shoring up the details for this. All this stuff going on in his head once I erase the graphite, because then I'll really be able to tell. Oh look, here's a nail I didn't get. There, boom. I'll really be able to tell if there's anywhere that needs a little more ink detail. I guess I'll do the ear while I'm over here. Okay, and it looks like, so the lines don't go all the way down through his eyes, but they do like come down a little bit sometimes, it seems like, past where the nail is. Like the cut part carries on a little bit, so I'm going to draw that. But there is a line down the middle of his face. For a sec, I'm gonna switch to, what size will I do? On this larger picture of him, well, the picture is smaller, but it's got his whole body. the way the lighting is hitting him, his mouth is pretty well defined. So I'll use a thicker pen. I'm gonna use the 05 to do his mouth. Oh, just a simple line, but I think it does make a difference choosing what size you want to use. And then it'll help it look different from these other lines that I'm doing with this. What am I using? The 02. And I like to turn my picture around. It's way easier to get the kind of line I want. Just move the picture instead of contorting my hand. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Oh, there's one curving up like this. But maybe no, it's gotta follow through, so there. That's good enough. I'll just do one line instead of two for that one. Okay, I think I got everything, so now I'm going to erase. And let's see. Ooh, we can get started on color too, because it shouldn't take too long to do the little final inking before moving on to markers. So we've got half an hour still. Oh, I cannot open my eraser. Eraser case. Oh, I got it. This is one of those sticky kneaded erasers, and I love this brand, the Faber-Castell, because it comes with a nice case so it doesn't lose its stickiness from just sitting around and getting dust or pet hair or whatever on it. And I like to erase with this first because it's more gentle. And it gets most stuff, and including, you know, because you can get the graphite on the side of your hand. That happens to me pretty much every time because I'm always just dragging my hand across the paper. And so I can use it to easily clean those little marks off of the whole page as well. Because with these, the reason it's more gentle is because it's sticky, so the graphite sticks to it instead of rubbing the paper and the paper comes off. So with rubber erasers, it's rubbing the surface of the paper, and so a little bit of paper comes off too usually. Of course, Bristol, this is Bristol, and it's pretty robust anyway, but still. Top left of head. Oh, wait, is it a missing line? Is that what you're saying? Did I get it? I'll hold it up when I'm done and you can tell me if I got it. I thought so. It looks good. Oh, good. Okay, so I'm done with this one. Done with this eraser. Just put it back in the case, squish it back up. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up. Does this look good? Because sometimes it really can help to have somebody else be like, wait, you're missing a line here. Because when you're working on it, it can just like, you stop seeing it. You stop seeing the picture for some reason. Just, I guess your mind starts getting tired. Oh, good. Thank you. We'll put that cute little love emote in there. Love. Excellent. Okay. Now I'm just going to take the rubber eraser, plastic eraser, and clean up anything that I needed eraser did not get. So I found out a long time ago that if you don't get all the graphite off and then you put Copic marker on it, so probably any alcohol-based marker, who knows, maybe even water-based markers, but the graphite is permanently there once the alcohol marker goes on it. Because I've tried, I've been like, no, I forgot to erase this, and then I had already put marker on it and it does not erase. At least not as well as getting it all off before the marker. Okay, I think that's good, but I'll erase it first and double check. Because with a character like this, there's also, you can kind of rely on the character design itself because he's like clad entirely in black. So anything on the body doesn't really have to, you don't have to worry about it too much because it's going to get covered up and won't be able to be seen even if you left some graphite. Okay, giving it one more look over. Oh yeah, in the heads of the nails there's a little bit of graphite and some of them still. Okay. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, under his ear there was a little line. I got it though. Yay! Okay, so swipe these little eraser bits into the trash can. Oops, there's some on my desk too. In you go, in the trash can. Okay, nice. I will put my eraser away. Done with that. Now I'm going to do some stuff like fill in the pupils and add any little fine details I want to add. Pupils done. Gonna go, oh, do I want O3 or O2? I think I actually am gonna get the O2 back out. So like right here, the line around the iris sticking out a little bit, and it should be tucking nicely in because the iris is underneath the eyelids here. So that's something that I'm gonna fine tune. It's good on this eye. Okay, but now let's go. I'm gonna go to the 05 to show. I'm gonna add a thicker line right on this side of his body to show that the body is in front of this other arm. There. This is a small little thing, but I really love doing extra stuff like that. And do the same thing showing that this arm is in front of the body on this side. Okay, and for his ear, I'm just going to add a little bit more ink so that the transition from the really thick outside line comes into the ear more smoothly instead of just suddenly being this thinner line. Like, make it a tapering effect. Go to the 03, add a thicker line underneath this. I don't know what to call it. It's like a bodice or it's a something. It's like a cyberpunk corset. I know I said it last time, but I actually really like how his outfit has all of these traditionally feminine type things and like a long skirt and yeah, like this corset looking thing. Really like that. Especially since he's like a scary character, so it's an interesting juxtaposition. Okay. Now I think I'm gonna take my teeny tiniest itty bitty micron, the 005, just absolutely minuscule, like, yeah, you can't even, well, if the camera would focus, it would make a difference, but okay. There, look at how tiny that tip is, just so teeny tiny. I'm gonna take that and do some little bit of extra touches in these areas where the nails are going into those, like, not crossroads, but the points where the lines, the cut lines on his face meet. It's kind of hard to keep track of them all, but I think I'm managing it. How you doing, Aoife? Aoife's already getting impatient. That's her claws. If you're hearing some puppy claws, that's hers. She's like, isn't it time to be done? Nope, not yet. Okay, I think I got them all. Oh, nope, the one right in the middle of his face. There we go. And this one. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna look too. I'm holding up closer so you can see what I've done so far, but I'm also looking at the screen instead of at the picture. See if it helps me. I think I'm good though. I think I'm happy with the ink. So now, let us begin some markers. That's so nice. I feel like it often takes the whole stream to ink a picture. Maybe not always, I don't know. Okay. Actually, markering this character is going to be very easy. He's mostly grayscale. Especially in the movie poster. In the still from the actual movie I have, he seems to be lit on one side with a blue light and lit on the other side. Or else lit... He's either lit with a warm light or it's just his natural skin tone. But in the movie poster, which I'm using as the reference for his head, yeah, it's like all white makeup with blue light on it. So this is gonna be, I'm gonna definitely be using a lot of cool grays. In fact, maybe I'll just go ahead, because it's so interesting. I'm looking at the movie poster, and the only places I'm really seeing any warm colors is he's got like some sort of a, I don't know, like a box or something, like a intricate looking item in his hands, cradled in his hands. That's red and gold. The title is red. Then his teeth are you know, like a yellow, warmer tooth color. But other than that, it's all cool. So maybe I'll just do his whole self with cool grays. Or maybe, okay, I'm thinking. Because there's also this neutral gray, which is still in the cool side of things, because there's 4 types of gray. So maybe I'll do his skin neutral gray, because that sort of shows that he used to be like a regular human being, I think. Or also shows that it's a human being in makeup. If you want to be realistic about it. And then do the clothing with the cool gray, with the super cool stuff, so... Okay, so I'll do neutral gray for his skin. So how light do I want to start? Oh, good. Yay! Thank you for the vote of confidence. Actually says, nice idea, I like it. Yay! Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that it might work. Yay. Okay. It's still, his skin is like, it's like white, like porcelain white. So maybe I'll just start with this N1. N0, you can barely see it, but I don't know. N0. I don't use it very much, so I will use it this time. I don't use the zeros very often. $15 minutes we got. 15 minutes of coloring. Oh, and I will use it since Wolf verified that this little oval in the middle is definitely skin, and then I'm gonna make the executive decision that these little ovals are also skin. So they will all be... Yeah, this N0 is actually coming out a little... Well, I guess it dries, and then it dries a little lighter too, but... I thought it might be so light that there would be no point putting it on, but it actually... It's, it's definitely a different color than the white of the paper. Oh, hopefully see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye, Wolf. Wolf says, have to head out. Thanks for the stream. Oh, and you're welcome. Thank you for joining me. Huh, I realized, so I usually use the big end to color the heads, the big end of the marker, because it's such a big amount of space. But his face is all broken up into these tiny little squares and triangles, so I can actually do what I like to do, which is color with the smaller end and just do little section by section. Because there's already these lines actually on here, so I don't need to worry about the marker drying too fast and causing unwanted lines. I am trying to avoid the nails so that they will also be in that different cooler gray that I shall use for the clothing. It does take longer to color it with the small end of the marker though. That's the downside. With the big end you can cover a lot of area really fast. But you don't get the precision, and I love precision just in my art in general, so whenever I can do it like this, that's my preference. Oh, it is? So this marker does make a significant color change on the page. But it's still light enough that I have to do a double take sometimes and be like, did I color that square already? So it happened on this part around the eye here. I was like, wait, did I color that? And I had to look really closely and I was like, well, yeah, I colored that already. Working my way up. It's so interesting to color it by shape because it how can I say this? It's like you don't necessarily think of it in these shapes, like the composition of this character's face. It's more like, at least for me, I think of it as, oh, it's a face with lines and pins, but now that I'm coloring, I'm like, oh, it's a bunch of squares and triangles. Guess it's kind of like in my drawing classes when they would have you draw not the object, but the negative space around it, so that you're training your brain to think in this different kind of way. It's got that same kind of feeling to it. Like there's shapes, and then there's shapes that the shapes make. Okay, wait, did I color that one? Okay, I gotta actually, okay. Yes, I colored all of these skin items. So, I always like to go from lightest to darkest, so I guess that means I need to go to the cool grays for the rest of the outfit. And for these nails, which actually the nails are very interesting because they don't have too much shading on them. I guess because they're so small, it's often that it's either really bright because there's something dark behind it, or it's either really dark because there's something bright behind it. But since some of them are brighter, I guess I will start with... I'll do a step up for this one. I'll start with C1 for the nails. Ooh, okay. Okay, I gotta do this methodically because I feel like it'll be really easy to miss one. So I'm gonna start on this side because I'm left-handed and move my way this way. So in fact, I'll even turn it upside down. Okay, so now start at the bottom. Okay, start at the bottom of his head from this side of his head and work my way this way. So hopefully I don't miss any. I mean, both of these colors are so light, they might not even come across as that different in the end, but maybe once I add the shading on there, they will seem to be separate colors. Whew, these nails are just barely not too thin for the marker. If I had done them any thinner, the marker would be going on. I mean, who knows, maybe the marker actually is going outside of the lines, but it's hard to tell because it's such a light color right now. Okay, I think I got them all. I'm going to look closely just to make sure. Okay. Okay, I think I got them. Yeah, like, I don't think on camera that it comes across as different, but I do feel like just with my naked eye I can see it. There's a slight difference between them. Okay. Let's see. The whites of his eyes are just regular whites. And then his eyes look blue in the movie poster. So maybe actually the blue of his irises is next. Aw, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Actually says, I don't know, it looks great. Thank you very much. Yay. Hope my sister likes it. She said that don't show it to me yet. I want to wait until it's done. So she hasn't seen it yet. She doesn't watch my live stream, so she has not seen it on a video either. Since the rest of them is going to be so monotone, like just grayscale, basically, I don't want to do too bold of, like a too vibrant blue. Like something like this I think is too much. It'll stand out too much. I want it to still fit in with the character. So I'm thinking something like these as a base color. Like I like this smoky blue. This other one, what, manganese blue, is a little too... But I don't know, maybe that actually goes good with the grayscale. No, you know what? I like this one. I'm going to do the B45 as the base color for the irises. Oh, we got 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely lighter than I want it to be by the end, but I want this to be the highlight color that shows through after I put some darker color for shadows and stuff, so. Alright. Next darkest thing. Maybe the shadow on the white part of the eye. And the eye, I think, would be kind of like the teeth, where that might be one place where it's actually slightly warmer color. So maybe do the... Maybe I'll even go warmer than neutral gray. I'm going to go into toner gray just for the eye, the white of the eye, to show that there's still, you know, there's still blood pumping in this guy. So, what color do I want? Do I want T2 or T3? I'm going to go for it. T3. We'll jump all the way to the T3. Okay. Thinking about, I think I'll go to, I wonder if I want to do some blue, but maybe I'll just do that with colored pencil later. So I'm looking at these reference images, and they both have a lot of blue light, lighting up the costume especially. It's like this vinyl costume or something. It's really shiny, and the blue light is, and then especially in the movie poster, it's like they enhanced the blue on purpose, and it's... So I was thinking, should I color his costume blue first to have a blue undertone, but I think I'll just use blue colored pencil over the top of it, so I won't have to worry about that. So, let's see, we're using the cool gray for the outfit. And we don't need... Although, there's only a couple minutes left. I don't know if I'll be able to get the outfit done. And I'd rather end on time than be late. So I think I'll call it good. Call it good here today. Close up my little swatch book, and I'll hold up our Chibi Pinny McPinhead for the last look for this week. Got the 3 different grays and 1 blue on him. And nothing on his suit yet. I think that's been pretty good progress. Got the inking all done, erasing, and some of the base coloring done. Yay! Okay, that is it for this week. Starting next week... Wait, let me double check. I'm 99% sure it's next week. Yes. So starting next week, I'm going to be streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I won't have to reschedule the Monday stream anymore because there will be no conflict because it's on Tuesday. So hopefully see you on Tuesday for Inktober 52. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Actually, it says see you on, or thank you for the stream and see you on Tuesday. Oh, yeah. Yeah, same here. Actually says it was nice to catch you 3 days in a row. Yeah, it's so nice to chat with you 3 days in a row. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna call it good here. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Exy, good luck with your streaming. And thank you for watching.